Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Brad, you're not in the woods. No, I'm not. Today, I am at Easttown Mall in Knoxville. And I'm also slacking on vegetarianism here. When I was a child, one of my greatest pleasures in life was to go to Hamilton Place Mall in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where I would eat Chick-fil-A and then play video games in the arcade. Of course, to me, my parents would never let me stay long enough. Being as how I'm an adult now, I'm going to go to every arcade in Knoxville and play video games, and I'm starting by eating some Chick-fil-A. And today you get to follow along with me. Let's go. Okay, so I got my stack of tokens here. We are currently in Aladdin's Castle in Easttown Mall. I like the name. The name Aladdin's Castle is cool. And it's not part of a movie theater, but there is a movie theater right across the aisle here. Unfortunately, this little arcade is a lot smaller than we thought. It's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe 12 games, plus this air hockey table. And we've just been playing air hockey. Unfortunately, the puck was broken, and one little piece had fallen off of the puck, so we played with the larger piece of the pie here, but it was still fun. And we just want to show our viewers here where we are at. So this arcade's most impressive title is probably Time Crisis 4 over here, classic shooter game. The rest have very pixelated graphics, and you can tell that arcades are certainly declining in America. Okay, so my associate and I have now come to the Foothills Mall in Maryville, Tennessee. I could not ascertain whether or not there was an arcade before arrival, my contact having not returned my phone call. So we came out here. It's a charming little mall. We get to walk around. But I'm sorry to report that there's no arcade here. And that, the plan was to eat something, sweet or, bad for me and play at the arcade. So I'm going to drown my sorrows at there not being an arcade here with a double fudge cookie from the Great American Cookie Company and a Thai coffee, which is absolutely delicious. Okay, so we are inside a video game, inside Westtown Mall's arcade, which apparently is the last semi-decent arcade left. However, everything still has signs of wear and tear and kind of ruin upon it. And this may be the last arcade standing here in Knoxville. We're playing Star Trek. And I've never been a Star Trek fan. I like this kind of blaster gun that I'm using here. Oh, enemies. Okay. Oh, die. Uh-oh. Okay, so this game appears to be a traditional shooter game, and I can honestly say that if video games have taught me anything, it's that the single most important ability you can have in life is shooting people in the face. Is if you can shoot people in the face efficiently, any problem can be solved. Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, that's going to be your survival in this world, or whether or not you win the game of life is deadly hand-eye coordination. Oh, I just got hit. And now here's the point of every video game where you have to decide, after 20 seconds of intense fun, is it worth another 50 cents? And I'm going to say with this game, yeah, why not? Of course it is. Okay, so the problem with being good at shooting people in the face is that you get so used to it that eventually one of your allies pops in front of you when you have your gun up and they get shot in the face because you're just, so ready to shoot people. But we went into the cube in this little spaceship thing. I didn't want to go into the cube, but, my associate tells me that I selected that stage, but I don't know why anyone would want to go into the Borg cube, so I immediately regretted that decision. It was worth, a good $1.50 here to be in this giant, video game devoted box where we have our little laser guns and everything. It's nice because it kind of drowns out the sounds of the rest of the arcade, and we've got surround sound in here. It really sort of takes you on a journey. So I think we're about done with Westtown Mall. I may spend the remainder of my coins on skee-ball, and then we've got one more little arcade challenge after this. So. Well, when all else fails in your arcade gaming experience, thankfully consoles, which have pretty much crushed the arcade world, still allow you to resurrect great arcade classics like King of Dragons here. So for our final arcade event, we came back to the house, and with through 3 different Xboxes, we're able to make Capcom Classics Volume 2 work. And I got to play my favorite arcade game, King of Dragons. Look, the dwarf is 70 kilograms by weight, and they always have these great little sequences at the beginning to tell you what the game is about. But anyway, all in all, we visited 4 locations. We sought out the arcade game experience that's to be had. And you know, as the decline of arcades, you know, is evident around me, I can at least say that, you know, I can revisit those great days by playing games like this at home without having to put any quarters in, with friends, and that'll have to be good enough. So this was probably the best part of the whole day, was just being able to look at these 12 or 13 games classic and play them here on the Xbox.